Good morning, Bird Brains, and welcome back to another episode of the Fat Bob build series, where we are taking what used to be a plain old Fat Bob 114 and turning it into a badass one-of-a-kind machine. Today is episode 8.5. There's really going to be not really a lot of building, but anyways, let's get into it. Before we get started, if you are new to this channel, you can go ahead and check out the previous build episodes as well as the 3 previous bike builds we did down in the description below. If that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're at it. In case you missed last episode, what we did was we finished up the clutch and brake lines on this bike, and now we need to take it down to the dealership to go ahead and get the cruise control turned on as well as the ABS system flushed. And while we are there, hopefully we can go ahead and get the mid control swapped out on this bike as well. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop on the bike and head down to Cowboys Alamo City Harley-Davidson.
So before you guys erupt in the comments telling me how unsafe it is to be riding without front brakes, I'm aware. I took it for a few miles around my neighborhood to make sure that the rear was going to be enough, and it's more than plenty. Plus this bike has so much engine brake that I could probably just get by with that alone. I mean, I'm not even touching the rear brake right now. Although not ideal, I don't feel like I'm putting myself or anybody else in too much danger. Plus, I only live like 3 miles from the dealership, and it's all back roads, no interstate or anything like that. So I don't know how I feel about these mirrors just yet. They're in a really good spot for usability. Like, I can see quite a bit. This mirror needs to be replaced. It's lost its stick, I guess, unless unless someone has a tip to get it to stay in one place. But that was kind of already going out before we messed around with it. So now that it's been, jacked around with, it's definitely not keeping its place. But I don't know how I feel about looks wise. I think they would look better flipped underneath. I just don't know how I would do that without also getting in the way of the turn signals, or I don't know. Not 100% set on the mirrors just yet. Also, my gas cap or something is rattling really bad. Yes, I need gas. Yes, I still have a coat. I haven't cleared the coat since I took everything apart, so that's what that coat is for. I'm pretty sure. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did drain the transmission, so I probably should check that, but lost connection. Yes, okay. That's all that was. Cool. But yeah, I'm not 100% set on the mirrors. Something is rattling. It was my gas cap, and I tightened it down, but now I feel like something else is rattling, and I can't figure out where it's coming from. You hear it? I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but it's at a certain RPM. Let me see if I can actually get it to that RPM. Right there. That's something else. It's not my gas cap anymore, but I'll have to take a look at that. It's something close though. I can hear it very well inside my helmet. But other than that, man, this bike feels phenomenal. These handlebars are absolutely perfect. I know a lot of you guys have been asking where you can get them. I will go ahead and include, his link has been included in all these videos, but hit up Brian over at 4130 Chassis Works, ask him for the bike and bird bar. He has all my measurements saved up, so look at me, I'm still grabbing front brake out of just habit. But these bars are perfect. You would hope so. They were custom built for me, so they're a little bit more narrow than the ones on my dyno were, but that's exactly what I wanted. Not by much, probably about an inch, maybe 2, but I felt like I needed it to be a little bit more narrow for that wider front tire. And man, you could just, woo, it's just begging to be leaned over now. Man, this bike is going to be so fun when it's got mid controls on it. I know a lot of people hate mid controls, and I get you. I can see why you would hate them, but for me, they're just they put my body in a little bit better position to ride like I probably shouldn't ride on the street. Alright, let's go see what the boys are up to. Alright guys, flashing forward here about a week or so, and just got the bike back. They were able to get the cruise control flashed as well as the brakes bled, but as you can see, we did not get the mid controls. Let's hop on the bike and I'll tell you why. What? What the actual oh boy. Alright, so long story short is that there was a misunderstanding between myself and Cowboys to where I thought that we had agreed that I would pay the parts, as in the gaskets, the fluids, etc. But when they quoted me for parts and labor, which came out to over $800. So I said, no. I haven't done out the actual price comparison on if I were to buy the, you know, the mids plus the primaries and all that stuff, but I'm sure it'd be less than $800. But part of me is also thinking this might be a blessing in disguise, because I haven't actually gotten a chance to go on a real ride with this setup being bars up high with the fairing and the forward control. So I think I'm gonna ride as is for a while, see how I like it, and then kind of reevaluate my situation, see if it's gonna be worth that extra hundreds of dollars to move those controls back. Plus, I mean, let's face it, I'm not going to be keeping this bike forever, no matter how much I say I am. So the next owner might want forward controls, so it might be better to keep them as forwards. And I'm just now seeing that the cruise control does not work. God. It'll turn on and off, but it will not set. Yeah, it's not working. Oh man, I have just not had the best of luck with bikes lately. Well guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one. I know I'm cutting it short, but I feel like with my attitude that I've got right now, it's just not going to be a great episode. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.